We continue our ongoing series, State of Hate, shining a light on the growth of hate crimes in Florida and the efforts to stop it.
We didn't know that it was in our backyard.
Your next door neighbor, your coworker, anybody could be involved in these groups.
What we're seeing is a normalization of extremist groups.
Well, in the last 3 years, the Anti-Defamation League has added dozens of new symbols to its hate symbols database, now filled with more than 200 different images. And I-Team investigator Kylie McGivern talked with the owners of a tattoo studio in Citrus County to talk about the steps they're now taking to fight back against growing displays of hate in their community.
We're in a small town. Everybody knows each other. The motto is a small town done right. Never thought I was gonna have to deal with this. Never, ever. And then it came through the door and I was stuck. I didn't know what to do.
Danny Belden, co-owner of the tattoo shop Twisted Ink, grew up in Inverness. Population about 7,500 people. And according to the current census data, 87.5% of those people identify as white alone, making Citrus the whitest county in the state.
We were just baffled that it happened here.
It's an encounter that sticks with Belden. In the small town done right, something went wrong when he says a man came in requesting a specific tattoo.
I didn't know better. And we had the consultation. We were getting ready to start drawing this piece out. And I had an appointment with my other client, and he came in and seen what I was working on. He was like, don't do that.
That client who gave the warning, retired law enforcement.
He saved me from opening the door for something that was really bad.
The requested tattoo was a symbol of a white supremacist group, one of the 53 hate groups the Southern Poverty Law Center tracks in Florida.
We were baffled because the guy actually tried to sell it as a logo for his business. He said he was going to have a whole bunch, he's going to have 8 more people that work for his company that wanted it also.
Why is it important to you to know what the intention is behind these tattoos?
I don't want to represent that as my business.
Crosses, numbers, Norse symbols made popular in Viking shows, also being used by hate groups.
Now I have to decipher which people are doing it for pop culture and which people are doing it for a hate group.
Do you feel a lot of pressure?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because I know that if I tattoo one of the wrong people, next thing you know, that's what you're known for. My wife and I have worked very hard to create a business with a good reputation, and I personally feel that this is a safe space for everybody.
After the close call, the Beldens educated themselves by learning to recognize symbols of hate.
My wife has a book. And there's been times where I have to go to the book and just double check stuff.
I think there's 63, 64 pages in here. That's really terrifying to know that it's in your community, it's in your backyard. Your next door neighbor, your coworker, anybody could be involved in these groups.
ABC Action News has decided not to show the hate symbols, but to help decipher common symbols and the potential connection to hate groups, the ADL, Anti-Defamation League, compiled a public hate symbols database, which has grown to include more than 200 images.
There might be symbols, whether it's graffiti or certain elements that would provide information to the police officer that in fact this crime was bias motivated.
Yael Hirschfield works for ADL's Southern Division based in South Florida.
When we're talking about the visibility of these hate symbols, what's the goal of this?
These symbols are in part a way to establish affiliation, what type of hateful ideology they belong to by virtue of the symbol. And the third part is recruitment, right?
Have you all seen an increase in that openness, that visibility of hate symbols?
Absolutely. We have seen not only on the symbol, the usage of symbols themselves, but the spreading of hateful messages.
For people that don't behave that way, that don't have those beliefs, to kind of sit back and let that continue to happen. I don't think that's okay.
It's getting more common to see the display of hate lately, and that's what we're trying to stop.
Online now, we have a link to the Anti-Defamation League's hate symbols database, where you can scroll through 214 images and search everything from general hate symbols to numeric hate symbols and racist hate signs to educate yourself on the different meanings. If you are a witness or a victim of a hate crime or incident, please contact your local law enforcement or report it to the FBI by calling 1-800-CALL-FBI or submitting a tip at tips.fbi.gov. With photojournalist Randy Wright, I'm I-Team investigator Kylie McGivern taking action for you.